Hey everyone, I am coming to you today to talk a little bit more about social media marketing for your farm business. The odds are extremely good that you have had a very well-meaning friend or relative tell you that you need to have an Instagram page. And you're sitting there saying, but I don't have time for an Instagram page. I already have a Facebook page. I've got a Twitter. I've got a this. I've got a that. I've got a farm. I've got goats to milk and chickens to feed and soap to make and wool to card and all this kind of stuff. And I don't have time for all the social media. And I totally understand that. And you don't have to be on all the social media. And you do not have to have an Instagram page. So the thing is, every type of social media has a different purpose. And so you need to think about what you need for marketing your farm business, what your customers are interested in, and then only do what is going to bring you customers. The thing that we talk about in marketing is you want your customers to get to know you want your customers to learn to know, love, and trust you. A lot of people say know, like, and trust you. I want them to love us. And so you want people to feel very positively about you and your farm so that they understand and are willing to pay you the price that you need to be able to make a living, because you can't charge the same thing that they can charge at Walmart for food that has been mass produced on a huge scale using a lot of chemicals and machinery and stuff that small farmers do not have. So, for Instagram, like I said, you need to think about what you need to do. Now, for my Thrifty Homesteader business, I need Facebook because my goal is to get people to my website to read my articles. And Facebook is where you can link articles. You really can't, if you've got anything that you are trying to get people to go see somewhere else, Instagram is not the place to do that. For every 1,000 clicks I get on Facebook to go to my website, I get about 10 on Instagram. And if you're an Instagram user, you know this is because you can't just click on a link in an Instagram post and go directly to a Facebook article, or I'm sorry, a blog article, or any link anywhere. You have to have a certain number of followers, which most farms and small businesses don't have, before you can put a link in a post, or you have to buy an ad to be able to put a link in a post. Otherwise, you're telling people to look at the link in your bio. And so that is just adding another step that most people are not willing to do. The other thing is, that's not why people are on Instagram. People are on Instagram to look at pretty pictures. And so Instagram is for, you can get people to know, love, and trust you on Instagram, but you can't really send them anywhere from Instagram reliably. So but then Instagram is a visual platform. So that means that you have to love posting. You need to post at least once a day to get people to follow you and be aware that you're there all the time. And for Instagram to show your posts to more people. And that means that you need to be out there in the barn or in the pasture with your camera and taking photos. And you can schedule them. There's an app called Later that you can use. You would just use their free level that you can use to schedule your posts, so that you could go out into the field and, take a dozen photos and then schedule one per day for, the next 12 days or however far in advance you wanted to do that. But Instagram is definitely a visual thing. And so if your goal is to sell wool, or if your goal is to sell baby goats, then, you could do that. Like, you could have like a picture of a different baby goat every day. as they're growing. I mean, they're changing constantly. You know, they're like, our Nigerians are born like at about 3 pounds, and they double their weight in 2 weeks. And by the time they're 2 months old, they weigh 20 pounds. So they're changing constantly. And if you have 10, 20, 30 kids, you could very easily be shown, you know, have a different kid every day whose picture that you are showing on Instagram. But the thing is, how many people are looking for goats on Instagram? Like, if you want to buy goats, that's just not really where people go. They don't say, "Oh, I want to buy baby goats. Let me go search Instagram." So it can be used for getting people like to learn to meet people and stuff, but not so much to drive sales or even to send people to your website to learn more about you. The other thing is, the people that you hear who do a lot on Instagram wind up doing a lot in the direct messages, in the private messages on Instagram. So, you know, you wind up having conversations with people. And so some people are successful with that. But again, the amount of traffic that you get on Instagram compared to Facebook is really quite low. And so that's why I really prefer Facebook. Facebook, because you can still do all the photos, you can do the videos and stuff. Instagram lately has been prioritizing the reels, the short videos. And if you like to do reels, awesome. Go out there and do a reel every day. And you can get a lot of traction on Instagram with reels. But a lot of people don't like to do reels. And so if you don't like to do reels, then you know, you're probably not going to keep it up. And so it might help you a little bit to get, you know, some more followers and stuff. But in the long term, it's really not going to help you a whole lot. So if you don't want to do Instagram, don't do Instagram. It's not the greatest for businesses, unless you're just have tons of visual things that you want to share with people on a regular basis. And it's not necessarily going to drive sales, because people are not, you know, if people are looking for something to buy, they might go to Pinterest. But Instagram is not really the best place for that. Instagram is really a good friends connection kind of a platform, but not so much for businesses who are trying to send people to a website or link to anything in particular. So I hope this has helped and taken a little bit of the pressure off, so that you don't feel like you have to be on all the social media platforms. I am also going to be talking about YouTube and Pinterest in the next week or so, and why you may or may not want to be on those platforms as well. So if you are watching this later and have any questions, feel free to comment below and I will get back to you. Have a great day. Bye for now.